Fresh Baked, we're back with an update on construction progress going on around the Disneyland Resort, and we're starting here at Carthay Circle to show you this enormous crane which has popped up behind the Carthay Theater. Now, we haven't seen anything like this at Disneyland for quite a while, but it's a sign of some major advancements heading for Marvel Land. That's the first really big crane we've seen on property that I can remember. And what we're getting here is a shot of... I was hoping for something a little sexier than this that they were going to pick up, but that's just HVAC. Airflow management, as it were. There's actually two of them that we get to see eventually. And I don't know why this is a loving shot of this piece of equipment being transported to the roof line of the Spider-Man attraction. But it is a good sign that, you know, like I said, that things have progressed. Oh, here's a close-up. That's not a door into a secret Spider-Man attraction section. That's just a door to air conditioning. And then it disappears behind the scenes. Here's another view. I think yeah, this is the second one I'm picking up. You know, it's not quite as fun as what was it? We saw. I think it was Yensid. By the way, I ran into Yensid while filming this. So good to see him. We actually shared the same fun wheel. He was in a different cart. I sat in the same fun wheel cart that he did, and we exchanged hellos. If you guys don't watch Yensid55 on YouTube, his construction videos are amazing. They're fantastic. I highly recommend you check him out. I'll put a link in the description. He will probably have a shot of this thing as well, because he was on the fun wheel. While I was shooting this, he was on the fun wheel shooting it. I think. Anyway, that's enough about Yensid and how amazing he is. Great work. Great work. I wish he did more videos. I'm glad, though, he kept going after Star Wars Land. Let's get on the fun wheel ourselves and take a peek through our cabin. Again, same cabin. I feel like I shared a cabin with a celebrity. Where you can see the crane there in the foreground. They dropped that HVAC behind that area where the purple sheathing is. We're not going to look at that right now, apparently. We're going to look at these guys. Oh, no, now. Okay, so back there is where they dropped it. You can't see it because it's, I guess, well, I don't know where it is, but that's where they put it, behind those trees. Somewhere. And inside somewhere, actually, we might have something that resembles a functioning Spider-Man attraction. Can you believe that? That's pretty cool. Not much to see. You guys, it's hard to see progress in this area. This is almost as bad as watching Rise of the Resistance get built. But at least here we can see some visible progress. Although it looks about the same as it did last week. Hey, there's a guy carrying some stuff. Building Marvel Land for a better tomorrow. Better than Bugs Land, hopefully. That's my hope. Just be better than Bugs Land. Okay, let's stop here for a second, because what I want to show you here is that they've added these black poles, I suppose. I don't know what else to call those, and it looks like they're kind of attached. Tustin, who helps us with these construction videos, thinks that they are going to install some queue decking, similar to what we've seen in other over at the Spider-Man attraction. So we're going to start seeing that here, hopefully. And it'll you know, be the first layer of a roof. Don't make fun of me the way I say roof, guys. Or don't make fun of me for laughing at my own videos either. I get both of those. You'd be surprised. All right, let's pause right here, because back in the distance back there, Dustin pointed out you can see some rebar popping up out of the ground, which means we're probably going to see some foundation being poured there soon. They're getting ready to build something here, which is exciting, because this is going to be something that we're going to get to see also. We're thinking maybe this could be the beginning of the Sanctum Sanctorum. Fingers crossed. Let's hope so. We'll continue. And there's concrete, a concrete mixer right there. So they're building something here behind that mini Mount Gamora. Gamora is shrinking. She might survive after all. Better look at those black poles there too. Oh, as we pan left. I don't know what I'm looking at here. All kinds of sheathing up front there. I think I'm trying to find anything on the ground right here, but to no avail. Nothing happens, or is happening that I can see. Let's go over to Pixar Pals parking structure to find out our progress. And again, as we noted last week, most of the major work, the construction work has been done. What's left now is, landscaping, installing electrical stuff, or the actual light poles, things like that. Those guys right down there are pouring actual soil to grow the landscaping, or to not dirt but soil, I think. If we pause here, you can see way back in the distance they're actually testing the irrigation back here, little misters. And then Dustin also mentioned right here, this thing right here is it's a tripod, and it's a rotary laser level. And how he describes it, it's going to shoot a laser and spin in a circle, creates a level plane, and then the constructionizers can use that to determine, where the level point is. And we'll continue. Closer look at those irrigation misters, or whatever you want to call them. I'm not sure what the technical term is. Cool. Okay, let's go over to Pixar Pals parking structure to see what's happening in the Esplanade, which is not much. Look at the crowds, though. See those crowds on the left? I waited in that line. The little common area between the two parking structures. Not a lot of progress to see here through these trees, but basically it's still just the paving stones that they're putting down and finishing off the drop-off and pickup, or the drop-off areas over there next to the tram route. And then here's a quick peek from the ground. Found a little gap. You just want to see how things look up close. I mean, it's not the sexiest of shots, and there's not a lot going on, but that's how it looks right now. Now, crossing the street to see what's happening, where the pedestrian bridge joins the parking structure. Still, really, I'm trying to figure out. There's a lot of access on the ground to this pedestrian path. Look at this right there. See that? That's right now. That's Disneyland Drive, and then that's going to connect right there. You can get to this. I'm going to pause here. You can get to this pedestrian path. I think it looks like 3 different ways. The corner of Disneyland Drive and Magic Way. I got it confused before. And then here, this path is going to connect with Magic Way, and then off screen to our right is going to be the other one at Magic Way in the downtown Disney parking entrance. Now, Dustin also said he's not. I'm less convinced than he is about the possibility of there being stairs or some other alternate ways down from the actual path. And there's concrete here, and it looks like they're doing something here as well. I don't know. I'm going to watch this because I find that fascinating, what these paths are for and what those openings are for. It does still seem there's some conduit poking up there. That'll be cropped off eventually and covered with a utility box. And there's a look at the bridge. Still standing by. There's finishing touches. That thing, I shot this because I couldn't tell what it was. My eyesight is really poor, so I just used the camera to see. But according to Dustin, those are man lifts, and I guess they will. You stand on that, I suppose, and then it'll lift you up, and you can do stuff like paint to a higher area, or maybe do some electric work or something like that. It's not part of the structure. And then there's the closed off entrance. So there you go. And then we're back across the street now in the parking lot, the downtown Disney parking lot. And there's the soil that we referenced earlier that they're using for all the landscaping. You can't smell it, but I sure could. 2 Bandini Mountains right there in downtown Disney. You guys remember those commercials? Bandini Mountain? Guys ski down a giant mountain of fertilizer. That smells like, well, like fertilizer. Curious what they're going to do with those trees right there. If they're going to pour, Dustin thinks they'll probably pour more concrete around them, more, you know, what do you call it, barriers around that. Or they would have removed them already if they were going to, I think. Lots and lots of landscaping to be done there. You can see all kinds of plants that they're getting ready to, or shrubbery. Hopefully they'll put a layered effect, which will be really nice. Shrubbery. Monorail. Okay. Oh yeah, last stop. Just a quick opening. I'm always nervous about trying to poke my head in here. I want to go in, but I, you know, obviously can't. And then we're going to end the show at Disneyland with these construction walls at the Astral Orbiter. I am not convinced that they're taking those French fry rocks out. If only because, as Ian and I discussed in the video today, I think it is, it just seems like they're covering everything but the French fry rocks with those construction walls, which suggests to me, I think, perhaps they're not taking them out after all. Now, we've heard from multiple people that is the case. Lots of sites have reported this. We've heard internally that that's what they're doing, but my eyeballs say otherwise. It looks like the areas that they're focusing on is just the curb. Now, that's not to say that they're not going to. Maybe they're doing it in phases, which makes sense. But I would think if you're going to be doing the curbs, there's no reason not to take out these French fry rocks right here while you're at it. There's no reason to begin the demo of that. You're already behind a construction wall. Why would you not be demoing those French fry rocks right now? Quick shot of the screen from the Matterhorn. And just so you know, as we stop here, that's going to be a while. The work was going to take a while because it's over the track, the Tomorrowland track, the Tomorrowland side of Matterhorn track. I have a feeling it's going to be like this for a little while. So brace yourself for that. Brace yourself for a long wait to ride the Matterhorn. And then last but not least, they took the scrims down in front of Ward Wieners back at DCA. We can't tell what they're doing inside. There's no way of seeing inside what they're doing. But this is, in case you haven't heard, going to be the new entrance to PhilharMagic. I don't know if it's going to be both seating for Ward Wieners or just the entrance to PhilharMagic. We'll find out. But it would be curious if they did it just the entrance for PhilharMagic, because then the folks that want to eat Award Wieners would have to go all the way around to the old entrance to PhilharMagic and eat there, which is curious. So hopefully they do have plans to do both enter PhilharMagic and have a delicious hot dog from Award Wieners, which are, in fact, delicious. I love eating there. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Fresh baked. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time. Fresh baked.